Yuck. I think I got paint on me. How are you doing? Yeah, I wanted to unwind, so I wanted to do a little bit of this. Like, oh well, let's see who else is up and lurking around. This is how I unwind. I'm just doing some backgrounds right now. Yeah, I brought out all my different blues. See what I come up with. There's a new one. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I like that. And I'll put a little bit of this one. Seafoam. And then I'm going to try the texture plate. See what it looks like. The one I got at the Dollar Tree. Hey, Gina. Yeah, just relaxing, unwinding. I had got some texture plates from the Dollar Tree. So I was going to see, how they worked out. So I'm just making a couple of backgrounds first. And I'm going with the blue theme because I'm trying to figure out if one of my, I know I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's going to be very popular because it's not my thing. But I'm going to be doing a kit with like steampunky, vintagey mermaids. I know. Weird, but that's what I'm going for. And so I'm just going to make some backgrounds with the possibility of using some of these in the journal and see how it works out. I have no idea. Yeah, steampunk mermaids. What do you think about that? Well, what I started thinking about was I was thinking about Jules Verne, right? And he's made up all those contraptions that ended up, a lot of them becoming future inventions. And he was very steampunky before he knew what that was. And then, of course, then my mind went to the ocean, and then it went to mermaids, and the rest is history. And so that's the direction I'm going. Okay, let me find one of the lighter ones, and I'll use one of the plates. See what it looks like. They're really big, though. That's the problem, the design on the plate. So it'd be nicer if they were smaller, but you know, they're meant for kids, so that's why it's big. Okay, so for instance, here's a big old, I'm not even really sure how I'm going to use this yet. I'm not sure, because I think it's going to make the square too. I don't know. We'll find out together. I don't know how this is going to work out. I've never used texture plates before, so this should be interesting. I don't know if the paint is still wet enough to pick it up, or if I'm going to have to let it dry and then put paint over it. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out together. Oh, you know, I have to, ooh, oh, not bad. Not bad for the first try. I could see a little seahorse floating across there. Little seaweed. Yeah, this might work out after all. Huh. Let's see. Let's put, what color do I have here? Here, let's get one that has some green on it. Get some of the lighter ones and put, let's see, what kind of blue? We'll just put straight turquoise. Yeah, this is the first time me using the texture plates too. So I've got a learning curve here, especially since the design's so big. I think I put too much paint, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Yeah, Carla, my first one I made myself because I was too cheap to buy one. And I used that one for over a year. And then on my credit card, I got up enough points to have an Amazon card. So I was able to use, all my points. That one didn't show up so good. Oh yeah, I used up all my points and bought me this one. Huh. Now see, I can't see it like I saw it on the other one. Can you see them? It's not as obvious as this one. Oh well, it's still texture, it's still design. They all can't be winners. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll put some of the light one on a dark one, see what happens. I got so mad at myself. I opened up my resin and I must have made a mistake when I ordered it because it's black and I wanted the cream colored one. So I was like rah, 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 grumbling all over the place. Right, let's use this one. Hey Angie. Uh-oh. We're just playing around with Dollar Tree. Uh-oh, that's gonna look cool. Dollar Tree, what do you call these things? They're texture plates. Oh, maybe I should stamp that. Cool. Hello. Oh, well, at least it prints one time. There you go. No waste. Okay, well, that's weird. Where'd that come from? Oh, my goodness. It just cleaned off stuff from the bottom. But that's kind of cool right there. Can you see that? Yep. Okay, it's kind of hit and miss, but it still looks kind of cool. I mean, they're just backgrounds. It isn't like, I'm trying to draw something. With those book covers, okay, yeah, everybody's been asking me. I can tell they're going to be a hit. I think that one I'm going to save for the I'm trying. Okay, I have an answer. I just can't get it out of my mouth. Some of the ladies had wanted a masculine kit, and so when I was thinking up the kit, I kind of went off in a different direction and started thinking of this steampunk mermaid thing. But for those books, I think I'm going to be doing more of a masculine type, like slanting toward the steampunk look. But because not everybody likes that and not everybody knows how to do it, I thought we would concentrate on that time period where steampunk is from. And so then that's when I was thinking about like the writers and the inventors and science fiction writers of that period of time, like Jules Verne and Telsa and people like that. And so we can incorporate those that really like the steampunk, you know, can go full throttle. And then those that really aren't into it all that much can have a hint of it, but concentrate on those really cool inventions during that period of time. And so I'm researching and finding some goodies that, you know, will be fun to incorporate in the kit. And I think that's when we'll use those books. So, long answer. But I don't come to these conclusions overnight. You know, I gotta, you know, think, okay, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do it? How can most of the people take advantage? How do you please everybody? Ah, the pressure of it all. Oh. So anyway, so I started doing this because I was thinking about the steampunk mermaids, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try and make some backgrounds visualizing that that would be part of that. So that's what this is all about. I'm not sure. I mean, I got a general idea what I'm talking about, but not anything specific. Oh, story of my life. What are you doing, Rosemary? Well, it all started this way. And then I get into a big old long-winded story. Let's put one of each. And then I thought I'd make some, not tonight, but I thought I'd make some of those foam stamps like we did for Frida. And, you know, do like the seaweed or something, or something. Something. Or just the silhouette of a little fish or a little squirrel, a little school of fish. Oh boy, I can tell it's already getting late. A squirrel, a fish. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that looks kind of steampunk though, doesn't it? Bunch of little squirrels, little goggles on underneath the water. That actually sounds cute. Okay, let's see. Ooh, not bad. It's very subtle. You probably can't see it. There's the starfish right there. I like that one. All right, what other shapes do I have? I have that one. Oh, I got this one too. Oh, like a clam. Like a clam. Let's see. Let's do, which one would look good on this one? Let's do a metallic. Let's see what happens. Well, that's not open yet. Let's finish this one up. Oh, I'm getting all wonky over here. Yeah, Gina. Yeah, it's a little late. That's real steampunky, right? A little bunch of little squirrels. But I can't get the little vision out of my head now. Because you got the big squirrel, and I really can see those squirrels because they're in my yard. Oodles live in my yard because they have big pecan tree, and they're always teasing my dog. So there's always like, you know, this squirrel show going on at my house. And I can't tell you how many poor squirrels have bit the dust here in my yard because they just do not let up on my dogs. It's like they live to torture my dogs. I should say they die to torture my dogs. I mean, I'm an animal lover, but I can even see how my dogs would get so irritated. Crunch. That's the end of that poor guy. I'm sorry. That's not funny, but it is funny. Okay. Hey, Mary, what are you doing up? Or is this your all-nighter tonight or something? Yeah, those squirrels. If I was a writer, I'd have a pretty cool story to write about those squirrels. And they're so defiant. They will look you right in the face. And I swear they're cussing at you. They go, I mean, I know they're cussing at me. I just don't know squirrel language. Well, that didn't show up at all. Can you guys see it? I can't see nothing. I don't remember what I put on there. Oh, that. No, that did not work. But that's okay. It's, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Let's get something darker for this one. Or something really light, one or the other. Let's go for something dark right now. Yeah, those squirrels. Let me tell you, I'll tell you a squirrel story. So I used to have lots of plants that were bulbs. And those guys, they go in there and they look so cute and innocent. That's the whole thing. They're very deceptive little guys. You think, oh, they're so cute. There's nothing cute about a squirrel. They're very deceptive. They go in and then they look around to see who's watching them. And they look over their shoulder. They look up the tree. They go look over toward the fence where the dogs are. And then they go like that. And they grab the bulb of my plant. My plant goes whoo, all over the place, falls over. He gets the little bulb, puts it up, and looks adorable while he's eating my bulb. Now, he doesn't eat the whole thing. He just nibbles on it to make sure it's a flavor he likes. When he decides it's a flavor he likes, then he takes off with it and he's gone to bury it somewhere. So it was already buried, it's growing in my flower pot, but no, he has to dig it up. Whoops. He's got to dig it up only to rebury it somewhere else, places unknown to me. So I have no idea where my plant ends up. I just know it's growing somewhere else for him to eat during the winter time. That's all I know. Ooh, this is all watery. Hey, Jennifer. So yeah, so that's what he does. So they ate all my tulips. They ate all of my potato vines. They ate the daffodils. I mean, I cannot tell you because I was very I had never lived around squirrels till I moved here. So I did not know the power that they had. So for the first 2 years, everything was a mystery to me. What's going on with my plants? How come they're gone? They were here, they're gone. What happened? So after about, 2 or 3 years, okay, the little light bulb went off in my head and I realized, okay, it's these cute little adorable squirrels that are stealing everything. And if that wasn't enough, I mean, you would think they've got like a 50-foot pecan tree in our yard. You think they'd be happy with the 10 million pecans that they can get off of my tree? No, that does not make them happy enough to stay away from my bulbs. So it's like, man, talk about being greedy. All right, let's try this one again because it did not show up very well with the metallic. So anyway, I'm sorry. They might be cute, but they do not get any sympathy from me. Then, if that isn't bad enough, they love to tease my dogs. They will come down the tree about 6 inches from where my dogs can reach them and start cussing them out. I think my dogs know how to speak a little bit of squirrel, a little bit on the side, because they really get upset by whatever it is those squirrels are telling them. So, anyway, so my dogs are not stupid. My dogs are a lot smarter than the squirrels. The squirrels are going, oh, I'm 6 inches away. Boy, I'm smart. I'm outsmarting these guys. Ha, 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 ha. Let me flick my tail at you kind of attitude, right? Well, my dogs are going, well, we're not as stupid as a squirrel, let me tell you. So they crouch down 6 inches lower than they can actually reach. You do the math. What happens next? Here comes old Mr. Smarty Pants flicking his little squirrel tail, going, me, 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 cussing him out, getting 6 inches from him when, boing! Yeah, you know the rest. Mr. Squirrel is now in squirrel land somewhere in the sky. So, ooh, look how pretty. Isn't that cool? I do like that one. What did I do? I don't even know what I did. I think I used this. Oh dear, I really don't know. Did I use this one? Well, maybe if I shut up and try to figure out what I'm actually doing. Okay. Oh, well. No, I used the dark one, didn't I? Didn't I shake up the dark one? Oh, well. I'm not sure. Let's do a dark one. So anyway, so I have no problem putting some squirrels in some deep sea gear and putting them down in the ocean in our little art here. I'd rather them be down there stealing, the pearls than stealing my well, I don't have any bulbs in. I gave up. I said, you know what? I am not playing this game with you guys. You and the dogs can take over the game playing. I'm not playing with you anymore. So I don't plant any bulbs of any kind. And so they have no power over me anymore. Woohoo! Okay, let's see what happens. I think that's the color I used last time. I can't remember anymore. I just know I like how it came out. Oh. Hey, you can have all of them. I used to think they were adorable until I actually had to share my living space with them. You know what I'm saying? Well, it must not have been that color, but it's kind of cool. Or maybe it was. I don't know anymore. That still looks pretty cool. I like that. Yep. Okay, let me see. What other design do I have? Oh, see how that works out? I bet you it'd work out better this way, but it's not going to work unless I cut that out. Well, let's try it this way, see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. See, because more of the indentation is this way. It would look cooler the other way. But then if I do that, anyway, I'd have to modify this considerably. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, Darla, you got it. Fantastic. We're gonna do it as a group. I'm trying for the second week. I mean, yeah, the second Wednesday of each month. That's kind of my goal. So that, those that want to, kind of plan on being there. That's what I've done so far last month and this month. So if that works out for most people. And then, if we do more than one little thing, we'll just do it the next day like we've been doing it like on Wednesday and Thursday. What is a caboodle kit? I'm so glad you asked. Uh-oh, I might have to. Caboodle Pass last year. Well, I have an Etsy shop, and I put kits together. And my biggest, not complaint, but thing I hear is, "Oh, I love your kit. I bought your kit, but I don't know what to do with it." So I thought, well, with the new year coming, how about if I still put the kits together? But on when I do my online, I will show you what I did with my kit, how I made a journal, and then each month I'll show you a different technique that you can build upon so that you have a variety of things that you can do to put into your journals in case you're new at journal making. Okay, I know it's getting long-winded. It's getting late. So I was talking to my husband about it, and I said, I want to give it a little name, to kind of separate it from every other person that makes kits. And he says, well, why don't you call it what you always call it? And I go, what are you talking about? Well, I didn't know I had a habit of always saying that little phrase, kit and caboodle. And I think it's because it's an old saying, and my grandmother always used to say it, and I just got kind of stuck saying it. So he says, that'd be a cute little name because, you're making kits and it's the whole kit and caboodle. I go, oh, isn't that clever? So I decided on it and did that. Little did I know, as my previous story stated, I have dogs. Little did I know that there was cat food out there called kit and caboodle. I found that out after I had done this whole thing. And anyway, so instead of a kit and caboodle, now they're caboodle kits. They have already evolved, and we're barely going to be doing the third one. But anyway, that's, again, my long-winded story of what my kit and caboodles are. So the first month, I had found some really cool books. Let's use this, see what happens. Oh, no, I really didn't even see what this looked like. Let's try this one again. Do I have a light one to put it on? So the first month, I found these really cool, beat up, falling apart leather books. So I bought the leather books, tore them apart, and we used those leather book covers as part of the kit. And other things were included, but that was sort of like the main focal point. And then on my live, we put them together, how to make a journal from scratch if you just have fronts and backs to a book. So we did that. And then the next month, and because I want to challenge myself, I want to do something a little different. kind of out of my own comfort zone. So a lot of the ladies like Frida, and I wasn't really into her all that much, but they were. So I figured, well, these kits are for the ladies, not for me. So we did a whole thing on Frida, and that was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed that. And so we did that together, and I showed some techniques of doing the cover and other little things. We did some work that simulated the folk art, the tin folk art from Mexico. And we did that on one of the covers and just different stuff. So this month, which we're going to do in March, most of them have already been mailed out. We're doing Asian. And so I had some Asian fabrics and books and all kinds of stuff. So that's what we're doing. So that should be fun. And then there's the steampunk squirrels. And then there was the steampunk squirrels. Yes, very interesting. Woohoo! All right, am I going to do that one again? Yeah, let's do it again because I still don't really see what this looks like on the paper side. Ooh, this will look cool. I should do this on black. Oh, I should be doing this on black cardstock. This would look gorgeous. Why didn't somebody tell me? Oh my goodness, and I have some somewhere. That would look cool. You guys are slipping. That's okay. Let me go see if I have some cardstock handy. I know I used it. Where did I use it last? Or maybe I used it all. Oh, here's some. I think that would look pretty. I think it's gonna look cool. All right, let's try that. I better take a swig of my coffee because my tea. I think it's already cold. Okay. All right, so let's start all over from scratch. Let's put a few different colors. We're talking about vultures now? Oh my gosh. Those things are big. That's all I know about a vulture. They're big. you guys think? I kind of like it. Okay, let's do one of each plate. See what it looks like. Yeah, the scales come out pretty cool, didn't they? I like it too. I'm liking it. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, I put some packets together today. I did some eco dyeing, and I did some eco dyeing with avocado. They came out yummy. Because I've done, of course, the avocado before, but I've never done it together. Whoops, these are two here. Simultaneously with my eco dyeing. I like it. I had enough to put together 6 kits. They'll probably be going in the shop tomorrow. Oh, ooh! Look at that! Looking pretty cool. Hey, Suzanne! What are you doing up, young lady? That's the question. We know why we're up. Why are you up? I am unwinding. That's what I'm doing. I had a long day, productive day, but I got tired. And this relaxes me. Okay, what is the other one? And I'll do this. So we're just jelly plating, playing with these texture plates that I got at the Dollar Tree. I think it's going to work out, especially on the black. How often is wet on? Love my dog. Holy moly, look at this one. It looks like an artifact. Doesn't it? Why did I waste all that time with that white paper? My goodness. All right, let's see. Okay, I got 1, 2. Which ones did I do? 1, 2. I've done 3 of them. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. Is that all I have? Oh, the starfish. 5. Got to do the starfish. Okay. Okay. Try again. What kits were you talking about? You're talking to me, I guess, capital letters. What kits was I talking about? When? We've talked about a lot of different things. Don't confuse me. I'm already confused. Someone had asked what a caboodle kit was, so I explained that. Then the other thing I talked about was some I did eco dyeing today, and I decided to try the avocado and the eco dyeing together. I usually do it separate, and it came out super duper cool. And I did a variety of different papers, so I decided to put a little paper kit together just with those avocado eco dyed stuff. And I had enough to make six of those little packets, kits, whatever you want to call them. I think that's the only thing we talked about. I think. Don't quote me. Alrighty. Oh, and I did. Well, I have been busy, haven't I? I did a couple of I don't know what you call. I call them peacock colors. It's got fabrics and it's got little ephemera and it's got different things. And I made a few of those. Where did I put those? I think they're over there in the corner. Ooh, I like this one. It looks kind of octopusy. Oh, there's a lot of people here I haven't even seen yet. See, I haven't been looking. Scotty! I'm still been waiting for you to show up. What's going on? Are you the grandma yet? Have you gotten your house sold? Are you coming? I'm nosy. What's going on? What the heck is going on? You haven't taken me house hunting. I feel neglected. I don't know what's going on. It's too late for me to type, Carla. Oh, okay. All right, so I have, oh, this one here might be kind of cool. It just happened, all of them, it looks like the ocean, right? So this could be the waves, ocean waves. Oop, that kind of moved all over the place. That's okay. Yeah, Scotty had talked about, well, she's been wanting to move for a while. Her family lives in the town I live in, her children and grandchildren. So she keeps teasing that she's going to be moving down here. I haven't seen her yet, unless she already moved and she just didn't give me her address. I could be a stalker, Oh, look, guys. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, so now let's do some of this color shift. Let's see what it does. I love my color shift. There's hardly nothing left. I'm going to have to break down and buy some of this stuff. Oops. I wonder which design I should do on this. Probably the, I think the scales would probably look really cool with this. Woohoo! What do you guys think? That color shift, it works for me. I like it. I like it. Let's see, what other color do we have? I've got this blue color shift. I haven't even opened it yet, and I have a green. Let's try some of the green. You know, Beth, I was doing that, and then I got lazy. I was doing the double stamping, and then I just said, you know what? That just takes too much brain power for me right now at this time of night. Okay, so should we do the scales again? I like those scales. Let's do it again. Let's do it one more time. I think this is going to look cool. Let's see. These are from the dollar store, Scotty. They're texture plates for kids, like to put paper on top, and then they get their crayons and stuff and rub on them and make designs. Good night. Thank you for keeping us company. I know it's late. Look at that. Holy moly. Those color shifts are just such beautiful paints. If you do not have any, I highly recommend Folk Art Color Shift. Does not matter what color you get, you will not be disappointed. I promise you. And excuse me, For being craft paint, they're a little pricey. They're like this size right here is like, I don't know, 3 something. And then the larger one is like $8 or $9. But you know, if you can get them coupon time, because I think there's like about at least 8 colors, maybe more. And none of them will disappoint you. That is a certainty. All right, let's do this one. I like how this one came out. I don't know if the sale is still on. If you go to Folk Art's website, they were running a 40% off on everything. And if you bought over $50 worth, it was all free shipping. And it was only for like, I can't remember, it was 24 or 48 hours. And I just found out about it this morning, but I don't know if it was already on. So if anybody's interested, you might check that out. Folk Art. I guess it's folkart.com. Oh my goodness, look at that. Artifacts, artifacts. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Hey, Patricia. Did I do the blue already? I lost track. I don't think I did this blue, did I? I know I did that blue, and I did green. That was the metallic. Oh well, let's try it again, even if I did it once. Even if I did it once, who cares? Who cares? Let's do it again. Oh, and I have these other plates that I've had forever and never used them. And this is I think this is supposed to be a ginkgo. But you know, that could kind of look like a seaweed, right? I think so. I think so. I love ginkgo leaves. I think they're so beautiful. And I'm so happy that my local Home Depot has like around 5 of them in their parking lot. So, ever the one to want to keep the parking lot clean, I just go over there with my little rake and my little bag and mind my own business and just go over there. And when the leaves fall down, I just rake them up, bring them home, and boil them. I'm just doing my part. Just doing my little part. Carla. That's a good way to test, too. Just stomp on them, see what happens on the sidewalk. Oh, wow. Okay, now you saw where to go. Where did it go? I put this paint on. Just for those of you that have never worked with this. I put that on. And look, it's purple. Does it come across purple to you guys? It is purple here. Now, I don't know if that looks seaweedy or not. I don't think it does, but it's still pretty. It's the colors that don't look seaweedy. Let me do that with the green one again and see if I can make it look like it's supposed to be seaweed. Let's do the test. Ooh, see, that's pretty. Pretty. All right. I have, those are just plain old leaves. That won't work. And this is plain old leaves. That's not going to work. I don't know what that is. Maybe that could look like seaweed. That might pass for seaweed. What is it? I don't even know what it is. But seaweed now. That's all I can tell you. So let's put this and this and see what happens. Boy, I'm running really low on all this. You can tell it's my favorite stuff. To buy some more. Whoops. Every once in a while, Michael's online will have, if you purchase it online, it's 40% off your whole purchase. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what that does. Watch when I pick it up, it's going to look like a zebra. Ooh, that looks cool. Still don't know what it is, but I like it. this supposed to be? I like it. I don't care what it's supposed to be. I like it. What else do I have? I think that's it. I don't have any other plates. I don't want to do the leaves because I'll just be wasting that. All right, so let's. I got 2 of these that I need to put something on them. So I wonder what would happen when we just, no, it didn't show up. I remember. I'm just talking to myself. Well, I'm always talking to myself. I'm the only one here, but okay, let's do something dark. Carla, you've been holding out on me. You have all these cool leaves. You should have been sending them to me. Oh. That one came out cool too. Look at that. I like that. I'll do the same color. I'll use the same color here. We have all these, you know, those little weeds that pop up in the springtime. They're all over your lawn. Actually, my whole lawn, I think, is just mowed down weeds, but but those little first ones that pop up, there's a whole bunch of them. So I think I'm going to go grab some tomorrow and see how they boil up. I haven't really used a lot of the spring weeds around here. I take everything, Carla. And then I report back. No, these don't work. These are wonderful. Can you get me some more? Oh, cool. Ta-da. I like that too. I like it all. I like it all. I like it all. Wackadoo. All right. So, let me just clear this plate off with, where's my other paper? I was running out of paper. Just clean that off on here. Well, not much came off, so all right, so that's done. Let's review what we did. These out of the way. We'll throw them in some water. Still a lot of paint on them, but probably not enough to print anything. If I'd used them when they were wet, they would have printed good, but oh well. Sometimes I can only do one thing at a time. Oops, oopsie, oops, oops, oopsie. All right, out of the way, get this out of the way. Get everything out of the way. Oh, I had this one. I was going to do this one because it looked like a little bit like seaweed. Too late. I thought I had another one. All right. That's starfish, but it looks a little bit like a octopus, right? Little suction cups. That is the was the shell, yeah. That's the shell right there. Seashell. That's the seashell too. This is supposed to be the fish scales, but you can hardly see it on that one. Here's another shell. This is supposed to be a shell. See a little bit of it there. That one didn't come out too good. There's another starfish. You see that there. Seashell. Ginkgo. Ginkgo. We don't know. Ginkgo. I did a lot of the ginkgos. Seashell. The black ones are obviously the best ones. Too bad I didn't think of that from the beginning. Oh well. I think this one's my favorite. Compared to the black, these are boring. Okay, so hey, I got a lot done. Let's put a black one on top so it looks cool. Make it look like they all look good. Anyway, so that's that. I'm happy. So I'll clean these up, and next time I know which ones I like. I know to kind of stick with the black. And yeah, I need to get me some new color shift. Oh, my eyes. Blink, Rosemary, blink. They're really dry, starting to water. Oh, okay. I haven't been listening. I haven't been reading. Boiled eggs and fresh spinach. Huh. I like spinach. I don't like Oh, I gotta clear my eyes. Hold on, my eyes are really, they're stinging. And I'm not touching them with my hands. I got some eye drops here somewhere. Somewhere. Just for this very reason. My doctor says, keep the drops by. Put some artificial tears. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Get my artificial tears going. Oops. Oh, I missed that by a mile. Oh well. It finally got in. Now I can't see. Now I can't see. Now I really won't be able to read the monitor. My eyes are all blurry now. Oh, and it stings. Sorry for complaining. Oh, see, I made the mistake of rubbing my eyes, and then I put that stuff on my eyes, and then my eyes are burning even more. Ah, that was brilliant. Okay. I know. Now that I have artificial tears, it's making me really cry. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, oh dear. I'm a mess. Okay, that should feel better soon. It's not yet, but soon. Anyway, so we got that done. I'm sorry, I missed everything you guys were talking about. I got into my zone. I just kept throwing paint down. Yeah, I like this one too. Oh, I was saying spinach. I only like fresh spinach. I don't like it in a can, and I don't like it frozen. But I like it fresh. I like it fresh in salads, and I like to cook it, but from a fresh beginning as opposed to, any other way. And it's only about that vegetable. Other vegetables, I don't mind if they're frozen, but for some reason, when it comes to spinach, ugh, I don't know, it tastes funny. So let me give you a sneak preview of, where is it? Uh-oh, I think I put that away too. See, I was very ambitious and I started putting stuff away. I do have look at the yumminess. Yummy, yummy. That's the do I have one that's open? Those are all closed. I think they're all closed. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Don't want to get paint on them. Don't want to get paint on them. Let me get these out of the way. Oh dear. Oh. Whoops. Paint. Out of the way. Out of the way, paint. Out of the way. Anyway, I did some of the, like I said, I did the eco dyeing with the avocados and, of course, the, how do I have this tied up? I don't know. Anyway, so I did a whole bunch of little things. I had some of these in shapes of tickets, so I did some of those. And it's real interesting. This is all done at the same time, but because of the paper, they all, the composition of the paper is different. And so the way it took the dye was all different. Some of them I did the eco printing on them, and some of them I just stuck them in the dye by itself in the dye bath to, to absorb the color. So it has those little tickets, and it has a little Miniature file folder. Is that cute or what? I'm sorry. I think it's adorable. And then one of the prints. And then glassine envelope. And then some little bags. And some more little bags. And some more little bags. And some tags. Now remember, most people that do these, they just kind of dip it and dry it. I boiled these, okay? So they really are really grungy because they got boiled with the eco dyeing. I should figure out how I tied this up. See, I didn't do a bow because I wasn't intending to undo this. So it comes with this piece of cotton lace. I think this is so pretty. So it comes with a nice little chunk of that. And two of these little rosettes. All right, back to the pretty stuff. Woo! Look at that yummy stuff. And then these are just plain papers. And then these are the cleanup papers from the ones that were eco-dyed. So these are what I call my ghost prints. Like I say, all of these were done, all of this, with the same stuff at the same time. So those are the goodies. Put those in one of the envelopes so it'll go all over the place. Now to undo the knot. Now to undo that. That's the fun part. Aha! It works. Yay! Yay, 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 yay! And then where did I put my peacock ones? I think they're right over here. If they're right over here, I'll show you. If they're not, well, I'm not going to go look for them. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to go look for them. Come on, you came out of there. Here we go. Okie dokie. Now, let me see if I can find. I think I put them right here. If not, that means I put them in the other room. Oh, hello. This one is more fabric oriented, more toward the fabric. I like putting these together. I don't know why I like doing it so much. I do. I have fun. Aw, look how cute. All right, so this has more, I guess, what I would say, mostly fabric, but it's got a little bit of everything. And so I try to coordinate it with the colors. So if I found some sparkly blue stuff with a little bit of red, I put it in there, whatever I found. And this, whatever you guys decide. You could make tassels out of them. You could sew them on your pages. You could tie your journal with it. And I put this just because of the colors. Again, I'm just trying to coordinate colors. And each one's going to have a postcard with some of the colors. These are old. It's from 1945. And this humongous tag, just because I think it's cool looking. And some pieces of cotton lace. And some trim. This is velvet. And these were just some pieces off this other fabric. And I just thought, don't toss anything away. That can be a tab or something. And this is linen. I like to stamp on this. And this is some Dupioni silk. And this is sort of the thickness of upholstery, but not super, super thick. Maybe a thick curtain material. And then a piece of ledger, 1916 ledger. This is some more upholstery fabric. This is also silk. This is one of my favorite fabrics I've ever found. And this is so pretty. I don't know what kind of work this is called, but it's obviously it's raised up. It's very text. I don't know if you can see. I don't think so. But anyway, take my word for it. Wallpaper. More wallpaper. Another piece of fabric. And off of this roll, this is also wallpaper. I think each packet has a different type of furniture. It's not all the same piece because it was a long piece of different types. And then a piece of handmade paper that I thought kind of added to the whole vintagey kind of whatever kind of look this is. Those of you that got my stuff, I like to coordinate the stuff to my liking, and hopefully you'll like it too. Oops. Now see if I can get this back into. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can get this back in this little puppy where it's supposed to go. This is a test. This is a test. Okay. I love those colors. Some of my favorite colors. Anyway. Scotty, go to bed. Oh, these right here, these are 25 and this is 20. I know there's a lot more in here than in here, but there's a lot more work in doing my eco printing than cutting up fabric. So that's the discrepancy in the price, if you think there's a discrepancy. Yeah, Suzanne, I can give you one of each. Patricia, no, I don't make the handmade paper. A matter of fact, the girls that come here to my workshops, they had said, Rosemary, why don't you have a workshop to make paper? And I said, well, I guess I could put a workshop together and charge you to show you how to make something I've never made before, but that doesn't sound too cool. So we're just going to have like a ladies' day. We're going to do it more closer into springtime so that we can put the paper outside to dry. And so I'm just going to have the ladies, you know, bring some papers and stuff that we can cut up, and any kind of stuff they want to throw in the paper. And then we're going to go for it. We're just going to wing it. We are going to wing it. They can come out kind of cool. Well, thank you, Carla. I try to keep my prices down as much as possible. So I have, you may have heard in my group, if you're in my group, one of my, what I fondly refer to as my Texas ladies, one of my Texas ladies, she, I think it was maybe 2-3 weeks ago, she died. She'd been suffering. She had cancer, and and you know, her health was not well. But that did not stop her from doing the things she loved to do. You would never even know she was sick. She you know, worked and volunteered and came all the way up here from Texas to come to my workshops, and was always positive and just a real sweetheart. Um, you want one of these? Let me get a piece of paper, because you know it's late. I'm gonna forget what you guys are telling me. I'm not gonna trust my brain. I know myself by now. And so anyway, she was looking forward to come up to making paper, but her friend's still gonna come up, and she wants to get away and do something fun. And while she's here, you know, her friend had come with her, Carol had come up with her, so she'll we'll be able to talk about her because we all knew her. She'd come at least to 2 workshops. I'm not sure, maybe it was 3. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so Jennifer wants one of these. Suzanne wants one of these. And she wants one of these. Is that right? Do I have that correctamundo? So anyway, so she was looking forward to coming over for, you know, for some little workshop for making paper. So maybe we'll call it the Carol Workshop, the Carol Paper Workshop. But anyway, we're probably going to be doing that in, oh, look, oh, I forgot to use my glaze. My dragonfly glaze got all the glitter stuff. Oh, well, never mind. Patricia, are you wanting? Yeah, because these are the only ones I have. I don't have any more of these. I mean, I don't even know how many I made of these. Let me check. They're right over here. I think I can't remember. I don't remember. One. Oh, I made quite a few of those. I was on a roll there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, just one more than the paper. I made 7 of those. And I made 6 of these of the paper. Oh, Beth, did you go to the website? Cool. Oh, that's right. It's Plaid. And I said, yeah, because that's the company that these come under. That's right. Not the folk art. I mean, they're the same company. Oh, now see, this was $4.99. I got this at 40% off. These aren't cheap either. But if you get these, to be honest with you, they seem to look the same once they're on. You know, all the shiny stuff almost looks the same. It's kind of redundant. I couldn't tell the difference, honestly. So it's not as obvious as they make it look. It just looks shiny, sparkly, I should say. No, these aren't the kits that I'm putting together to show how to, no, these are just separate. They're not like the monthly kit. They're just, let's see, Rosemary, I believe Tanya and Patricia. Okay, so let's start anew. If you would like one, okay, Tanya says, me too, please. Which one would you like, Tanya? Do you want, just say either fabric one or paper one. That way I'll know. Okay, let me put your name down. Okay. That way I won't have to use my memory. That way I won't have to use my memory. Thank you, Tanya. I'm thinking, what do you guys prefer? Do you want me to put a custom listing in my Etsy shop, or do you just want to pay through PayPal? That's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I know with you, Jennifer, I'll just put it on your on your Etsy order. So I don't have a problem with that. And Tanya, let me know. Suzanne, I'll just go ahead and yeah, I'll just put it. Do you have an order right now? I can't remember. I'll do a special one on Etsy for you, Suzanne. And Tanya will do PayPal. Okay. Let me put my email and then you can send me your email. Let me put that in there for you. There you go. rustypeacock@yahoo.com. Easy enough, huh? Easy enough. Easy enough. I almost forget mine all the time. Hey, Peg, what are you doing up? My goodness. I thought we were the only insomniacs. Peg, I was been playing with the jelly plate. You'd be proud of me. Look what we did. You'd be proud of me. Let's see. Let me get all this other stuff out of the way. Look, Peg. Look at that yumminess. Is that cool or what? I got these texture plates at Dollar Tree. And we've been having fun. We had fun. At least I did. Look, look, look. I started off with white paper. It was okay. But then a light bulb went off. Wait a minute. We should be doing this on black. Yummy, yummy. And then, and they still came out okay. But of course, they're drama free. Very drama free. Oh, this should be over here. You get the idea. Anyway, they were fun to do. Yeah, black is my favorite, but I don't know why I forget about it. It's not like my first go-to thing, which I don't know why it isn't because it's my favorite thing. But I have a mental block about it, I guess. I don't know. Well, ladies, oh my goodness. If you don't have any more questions, do you have questions? Anybody? I just don't have any. I just don't have any energy to start a new project. So I don't mind answering questions. Okay, Suzanne, I'll do that. Well, see, I started doing this, Peg, to wind down and relax, and I think it worked. Craft is nice too. Are you talking about craft paint? I mean, craft paint. Craft paper? I like working with that too, if that's what you mean. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, I have some pretty cool craft papers, different types, different kind of packing stuff and that painter masking stuff. My favorite place to get craft paper is at Sam's. They must think I am a Looney Tune over at Sam's because that thick, it's it's thinner than cardboard and thicker than paper, and they lay it in between the pallets when they put the canned goods or the bottled goods or whatever it is. And so when there's only like a few boxes or cans left, I'm like a maniac. I'm moving them and taking them and putting them somewhere else, taking out that piece of craft paper, folding it up and trying not to make too much noise and put it in my basket. And then put the cans back where they belong. Those people must think I'm nuts. Oh, this right here is some of that stuff. Yeah, that's some of it right here. It's thick. It's cool. And then they have this really cool paper that it isn't really wax, but it's made so it's like moisture resistant, I think, because the only thing that has them is the rice. Wherever they have those big things of rice, they always have that type of paper in there. So I know it has something to do with the moisture. And it sounds yummy. Let me get a piece. That'll be our going away sound. You'll love it. It just sounds so good. I really make a lot of noise when I fold this one up in the store. I've had people turn around and look at me like, what is she doing? Okay. Now it's pretty thin, but look at how yummy it sounds. I mean, listen to how yummy it sounds. And I love putting this in my journals. Woohoo! Just stay away from my Sam's, you guys, okay? I don't mind sharing. But I don't want to share my Sam's. And then that thick stuff, there's like 2 or 3 different thicknesses of that cardboard, and the one makes the coolest tags because it's just the right thickness. Okay, I'll share that too. Then I'll show you that. These are my 2 favorite thicknesses. And just so you know, I'm not making up stories because, people accuse me of telling good stories. You can see the indentation of the bottles and the cans, and I have to pick them up and move them. But anyway, that's beside the point. But look, it's pretty thick. It's pretty cool. And these make really, really nice tags. And they make a lot of yummy noise too. And then this one is the thickest. And it almost feels like grunge board. This it embosses really cool. It's thick enough to emboss it. And so that's fun also. So that's like on the ones that have the big cans. And that lays on top of the pallet there. So anyway, so when people say, well, where do you like to go shopping for your crafts? I go, Sam's. What is that? Jennifer, where have you been? This is paper. This is yummy paper. I'll throw some in your box as long as I don't go over the weight. Oh, well, if they give me one of those flat rates, it doesn't matter. I can put some in there. But anyway, I steal this. I mean, help I help the employees at Sam's by removing all this stuff before they have to tear open the plastic on all the canned goods and stuff. So, but this one, yeah, if you find this one's really cool for embossing and tags. This is really nice for tags. And then this one's just nice for making noise on your pages. And it feels super cool. It's got, I don't know, it feels almost velvety. It's just the oddest feeling paper. But you can write on it. That's the weird thing. So it isn't wax. It's not wax paper. It's not waxed, I should say. I can't explain it. You guys have to go find a Sam's and find your own stuff. You are now informed. It's up to you guys to find it. Okay, any more questions? Yeah, Carla, it's very strange. I mean, I'm sure it could be used because I'm thinking, again, it has something to do with some kind of resistance to the moisture because the only place I find it is where the rice is. Those really big ones, like 40-pound bags of rice. I'm drinking my cold tea, my hot tea that's cold. Oh, and I do have some deli paper coming in. I found some really cool stuff, you guys. And it's got like about 4 or 5 different kinds. But what really sold me was that it has some from a newspaper from France. You know how sometimes you have like the New York Times, the LA Times, or something from London or something. But this one has from Paris. Oh, so yummy looking. Okay, Patricia, thank you. Yeah, yeah, Mary, we're just like I'm unwinding the unwinding. I'm unwinding. I was sharing with them where I confiscate my papers from that I use in my journaling and stuff. Yeah, Carla, I do that too sometimes. The same thing with my coffee. I'll make a pot of coffee in the morning. It is during the summertime. I'll make my coffee and I'll have my one cup of coffee in the morning, and then midday I just throw everything over the ice cubes. Oh, is Mary gonna go on? Mary, are you going on soon? Some of these ladies won't have to go to bed. Oh, Mary's not going on. Wah, wah. Okay. You'd have had a whole crew ready to go over. So anyway, let me show you. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. That's what I started to say. See, I interrupt myself. I was going to start to tell you, if I can find it, I was going to show you a sneak peek. Oh, that is if I can find it. What did I do with them? Uh-oh. Oh, here they are. Here's some. I wanted to show you a sneak peek on the mermaids. I found some pieces parts. See, they're not going to be too traditional. So those of you that are afraid of working with traditional mermaids because you think, it's kind of boring. There's not going to be anything boring about these mermaids, let me tell you. So you see what I'm doing here, right? You're getting the flow of the idea. Look, Mary, I love Mary. Whatever I do, Mary always goes, interesting. Mary's always non-committal with my stuff. She's like, I think I better be nice to Rosemary. She's kind of on the edge. She's a little bit on the edge there. Okay, so you naysayers, when I said mermaids, I'm not into mermaids that much. Trust me, I'm going to convert you. You ain't seen a real mermaid yet, so you see what we're going to do with this kit. Woohoo! Anyway, okay, that's enough. I'm not showing you anymore. We haven't even done this month's yet. Can't get you too excited about the next one. Oh, okay. So I've been brushing up on my origami, because in your kits you got like about, I think, 4 or 5 sheets of origami paper, and so we're gonna, if I can remember how to do it. That's why I said I've been brushing up. I've been practicing, so I can show you how to make a little dress, kimono, and what else? Maybe that 2 different kinds. One where the geisha is in it, and then one where it's just like looking at the garment from behind. Kind of, sorta. Not the foo-foo ones. Yeah, exactly, General. These aren't going to be foo-foo. These are going to have let me find one. These are going to have like let's see. Okay, like there's nothing foo-foo about this one. No foo-foo there. You don't have to worry about that. That's why I said it's more of a steampunk mermaid. So I'm trying to come up with some cute ideas of what to put in the book. Like I say, I'm trying to teach something different each time. So it's fun for me because I have to think, okay, what are we going to do different in this one? Can't be just the same old boring book with it and you stick a mermaid in it. I mean, what fun is that? Yeah, freaky fish. That's what we should call it. Yeah. Mermaids might turn off people, but now freaky fish. Hello. That'll bring the right kind of people to it. Freaky fish. I like that. Now, people that don't know me or us, and we start talking about freaky fish caboodle kits. Try and say that, you guys. Maybe I can say it when I'm not so tired. What good is a mermaid without a merman? Oh man, I don't know. Okay, let me see. What do I have here? I forgot what I put together. I don't think I have any pieces parts for the guy yet. Well, I do have some. Okay, these arms can be on the guy. That won't be a problem. And then I have, I have this. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Wait a minute. This had nothing to do with it, but it's going to now. Okay, here we go. Okay, all we have to do. Okay, here's some guys. So all we have to do is take her. Let's find a nondescript kind of body. Okay, here we go. Like, forget her. I mean, this can be a guy, right? And then all we have to do is put his head up there, or put his little mask on there. And then on the other one, it has guy arms, right? We got guy arms. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. We got this happening. Here's the arms. Here's the arms. There's the body. It already looks like a jacket. It looks like, to me, it already looks like sort of like a military jacket from the Revolutionary War. And then put his head on there, or put that head on there with these arms. Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun. Freaky fish. Betty, have you been here the whole time? Did the freaky fish bring you out, Betty? Yeah, the gas mask. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, I got 2 of them. Oh, I can't wait for March to be over so we can we can move on to the next month. See, that's what's really been weird for me, you guys, is, you're just getting your kit, and you're getting excited to get your project going, and I'm already done. I'm done with that already. I'm getting excited about the next month because I got to start looking for stuff, to get it together. So it's like, old news, that stuff. So then I had to get my head mentally back into the next month so that we can do the live and make the stuff, and then I got to jump over again. By the time I do the live, I already have the kit all put together for the next month. And so now by the time I do the live, like for instance, when I do the live for the Asian with you guys, I've already got all this thing done. And now I'm already getting excited for the next one. You know what I mean? So, but then I have to pull myself back and then get kind of excited about what we're doing together. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of making me a little psycho. Fabio. He's got the hair. That really is a man-made merman. Yeah, with the hair, right? Oh my goodness. I can see it flowing now. But he's old now. His hair probably fell off already. So he's probably going to have to wear a little cap like that or something. Because I'm sure his hair is gone. Or maybe he wears a house. Maybe he wears a house now. Oh dear. Jennifer, you're so funny. Poor Jennifer, she's still with Frida. Well, you know how we are though with our journals. We just hop back and forth between them. We never, I know very few people that get a journal, finish their journal, and move on. We're always we're in flux. We're going back and forth all the time, working on different stuff. At least I am. I never stick to one. Like, look, I tore this one thing apart with Frida's here. It's just right over here. Because I did not like, because I was put it in my shop and I didn't like the way it was like laying. So I took all of the I took the signature out and I redid this back here so that it laid flat. I just didn't like it. And I don't like to sell anything that I don't personally like. So so now I got to put her back in here. So I'm still back with Frida too. So yep. I'm still working on her. Getting her all done. Imagination. Mm-hmm. I guess that's one way to put it. Save the idea for 4th of July or Labor Day. Maybe pigs roasting. Oh my goodness. May. Yeah. What was January's kit? January's kit we did I had it was very normal. I had found a bunch of these, oops. I had found a bunch of these books that were twice as big. And I cut them in half. These were they had leather and all of these really cool marble pages. And so what I did is I cut the front and the backs in half so I'd have enough for the kits so that we'd have so what am I trying to say? The front cover now became the front and the back of one, and the back cover became the front and the back to another one. And it's just very kind of what I would call a traditional journal, but I had some eco dyed papers, and it was supposed to be sort of like a nature, floral theme, bird, whatever it is you guys wanted to do. But the stuff that was in the kit was um, leaning toward nature. Very, very, what I would call traditional little junk journal. Nothing out there at all. Unless you wanted it to be out there. So that was the first month. And the second month was Frida. And then this one, March, it already went out, is Asian. And so I'm not sure, because that's March, April, May. Father's Day is May, right? Is that when Father's Day is? Oh, I think so. I never celebrate Father's Day. My father does not like Father's Day. That's May, right? Right? I think. Uh, no, Mary, there aren't any Januaries left. They're gone. I was very surprised how fast they went. So the next month I made a little bit more and they went. And so then the next month I made a few little more, and I only have like 3 left of the Asian one. So anyway, the reason I asked, help me figure this out. Okay, so January is done. I have to write the whole thing down because my brain's not working right. That's done. February is done. March is done. Okay, so then we have April and we have May. So if the ladies are saying that they would like to have a masculine one in case they want to give it as a gift for Father's Day, that means it'll have to be the May one, right? So that you get it in May, you can have enough time to make it and give it in May. Did I say that backwards? But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, so this might have to be the what? What did I call it? Oh, June. Oh, May, June. Oh, okay. Now I'm really getting confused. Father's Day is in June. Well, nobody said anything of the moms. So let's forget that then. So okay, that makes it easier because I wanted to. I'm excited. I don't have all the stuff. I don't have all the stuff for the Father's Day thing. Let me put this here. Father's, which is for June. Okay. So okay, that's clear. That's when that one's going to go out, is May. So that means the April one might have to be the Freaky Fish. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. Okay, ladies. So this was Asian. So get pumped up about doing your Asian stuff. I'm getting pumped up. I'm trying to remember how to do my my origami. And I have most of the stuff for this, which will work out really good. I have almost everything I want for that. And I got like half of what I want to do for this one, which is this one is the steam, not the steampunk freaky fish, but just regular steampunk / inventors. So that it can all be masculine stuff. And then we'll figure out, what we want to do the rest of the months. I'm open to suggestions. It doesn't mean we're going to do it because it has to be stuff that I can think of what to put in it. And hopefully stuff that I have around here that I can shop in my own place. And we'll go from there. August could be the what? The rusty busty. And August is a good month for that because I'll have plenty of time to rust. Oh, I was looking out at my garden the other day, my rust garden. Oh, it is looking so yummy. A couple of days ago, last week, I went to this secondhand shop, and they had these, the cast iron skillets. They were like little mini ones. They're so cute, and they had two of them, and there was just a tiny, tiny little thing there on there that looked rusty, and I was kind of scratching at the rust, and the lady, the lady comes over that works there. She goes, "Oh, you can get that out real easy." Little did she know, get it out. I want more. Hold on. I'm having a problem here because I think I'm waking up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm waking up again, you guys. This is bad news. This is what I did to those skillets. It just had a tiny bit of rust on it. Oh, that poor lady would freak out. Look at them now. Look at the rust now. Woohoo. Yummy, yummy. I know, Carla, it's your fault. Did you see how fast I got off my chair? These are ashtrays? No, no, no. These are to cook. Yeah, where's Jennifer? Is she still here? Mhm. Mhm. So yeah, so I've got that. And you should see I should take a picture of my rest garden. It's just got so much stuff out there. It's unbelievable. Look, it's already. Oh, there she is. She sees it. I think Jennifer was one of my first people to buy my rest fabric. Way back when. It's been a while. Oh, well, my grandmother used to cook her eggs in small little skillets like this for us. And what she really used to like to do with this, when she made tortillas, you get the ball right there, go whack. It's a perfect size for the corn tortillas. Yeah, I'll have to start this one early in the year because it does take some time to do the actual it's pretty labor intensive, I've got to say. Um, it's fun though. I enjoy it. I mean, because it's like the eco dine in the respect that you just never know how it's going to come out. Even if you use the same piece of rust, it's now in a different place now, as far as its, you know, a line of his line of restability. It's going to be different every time. And depending on the solution, depending on the temperature outside, depending on how long I leave it, depending on what kind of fabric I use, it's always going to be different. So it's fun. Yeah, you did. You got one of my rest packs. I remember. It's funny, when you when something you personally like, you're just never really sure if anybody's going to really appreciate it. So when I decided to put that rust packet together, I wasn't really too sure if anybody was going to want it. But man, those things went so fast. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, Mary, I mean, you like to go to like garage sales and you like to go to your secondhand places, and man, they're full of metal that you can be grabbing. And if you go for walks, you can find a lot of cool stuff all over the place. And then not too far from me is the river, and down by the river they used to have some kind of industrial stuff down there, and now it's all gone. But like at this time of the year when all the grass is dead, you can see all kinds of fun stuff there, um, in those empty lots down there. So every once in a while I'll go down there and see what I can see, especially after rain, because it kind of clears off the dirt, and exposes things. And mine isn't all that big. It's often went to one little corner I have all my stuff. Yeah, a little burn pot. It's cute. Yeah, gears, anything you can find. And it's fun to go like in garage sales and go to the literally in the garage where they have like what they would call the guy's junk drawer. And there's always some kind of little pieces of metal. There's screws and bolts and washers and all kinds of stuff. You grab those and they make really cool designs. That should be your goal. Everybody get their little rest garden going. Even if it's just go to like the Dollar Tree and get, an aluminum whatever, those, you know what I'm talking about. Aluminum what? Trays or whatever they are. Hey Kathy, we were talking about you. And get one of those because it's not going to rust, and just start collecting things, throw it in there, um, and leave it out, and put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide on it, and a little salt on it. And then when it dries out, just put a little bit more water, just a little bit, and keep adding stuff. And then as those things rust, you put the new things in. That leaches out and starts the whole rust process on the next thing that you throw in there, and get yourself a little rust garden going on in there. Yeah, exactly. And then, once you get something rusty, it'll start, and it's just a chain effect. It'll just rust anything you put in, or that's, that can be rusted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can have a little mini one, even if you don't have a yard. What were we saying about you? I was showing some fabric, a fabric little kit that I put together, and it had a piece of handmade paper. So I was asked if I made the paper, and I said no. So I started telling the story about how, I don't know how to make paper, but you guys that come to my workshops want to, make paper. And I said, well, I can't justify, teaching a workshop how to make paper when I don't make paper, but we can get together and make it together and learn together. And told them that you would be coming on down when we do that. And for those that, didn't know Carol, I was telling them about Carol, what, um, not just an artist, but a person, what a lovely person she was, and what a loss it is for you because you guys were like buddies and did fun things together. So then, me, I just keep rambling and talking about stupid stuff. And then I thought, oh, maybe we could call it the Carol Paper Making Workshop, and we can sit around and talk about happy stuff about Carol. Betty, hydrogen peroxide. Yep, that's it. And when it dries out, just wet it a little bit. Just mist it. Um, above what? Above what? Who? Mary. Oh, do. I guess I could do that. That's not a problem. I can do that, Mary. I can do that. Because this is a perfect time of year because even though we're still gonna, have rain and all this kind of stuff, I mean, that's good. That's what makes this happen because I did it with all this, stuff to start it. And then of course it dried out. But then since then we've had like maybe two or three different, and when I say rain, I mean sprinkles, not much of anything. I mean, there was probably an eighth of an inch of water in here, but it was still enough to reactivate everything. And then it's, it starts the whole cycle all over again. And, and there you go. Oh, Kathleen, don't worry, Kathleen. I'm extremely relaxed. I think I'm ready to go to bed. I got on to unwind. I unwound so much that I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then somebody said rest, and I woke up, went outside, and got my little rest stuff. Um, but it is 2:30 my time. Well, 2:39, which means it's 2:39 for most of you people. Yeah, I rest tin cans. Let me see what I got over here. I most of my stuff's outside, but I do have a little bit here. Let me see what I got to show you. Oh. I have a few things that I was getting ready to put out in a couple of days. I think I'll do it tomorrow, actually. And so here's some that I've rested. Ooh, that one's really yummy. And I've rested these lids also. I didn't think they would rust, but they rust just like everything else. The top to like, a real like a mason jar or a ball jar. And this was a lid or a bottom to a can. Make sure you've had your tetanus shots. And then here's some more of those. These have just started. I got to get them back out. Get those going. And, oh, and these too, the tops to your soda cans. Don't throw those away. Those make really cool ones. Don't throw anything away. Just throw it in your bucket and see what rusts. Doesn't rust, hey, mark it down. Say, okay, this doesn't rust, and don't put any more of that in there. And this is a sardine can that I flattened out. And so these, I'm going to put all these out. I was cutting these up and flattening them. I'm going to put these all out tomorrow. I don't know where I got that. Oh, and don't forget the best hinges. Look at that yumminess on there. Woo, that was pretty thick. Oh, and don't breathe in the dust. And if you find any like soda lids or beer caps or whatever, those work too. And then at some garage sale, they had these tags. I think they were like, they look like maybe like, I don't know, dog tags or something. I don't know what they were really supposed to be too, but they rested pretty good too. And then, of course, your regular old screw. Ah! Okay. Where'd that go? Okay. And then tools that you don't know what they're supposed to go to, but, you know. Oh, and now I don't find these, but I wish I could. What really looks really, I've seen it printed, is if you get like the old hand saw and you get the blade and you rust that up. Oh my goodness, what beautiful prints that does. I just haven't come across any. So when you're out here doing your garage sailing, grab you one of those if you find one. This is old jewelry. It just sort of like had some kind of weird oxidation, but it didn't really rust. It was kind of strange. Hi, Penny. Yeah. What I do, Penny, is I first of all, don't inhale the dust. I do printing on paper and on fabric. And then I also use some of the metals when I do my eco printing on papers and fabric. So it kind of has some dual uses, but it all involves paper and fabric, basically. So I was showing the ladies some of my stuff from my last year's rest garden, and we're all going to get together and start a new rest garden this year. So I got kind of like drafted into making a little video of how to make a rest garden. So I'll be doing that in the coming days, so that with spring coming, we can all start our rest garden. And so by, let's see, we're in going to be already in March, April, May. Oh, yeah. Now, what's really cool about this, if you don't do anything to them to prepare them, they'll rust eventually, but you without doing anything. But if you want to, do it more quickly, then there's several different recipes. I'll explain all of that, I guess, in the video. Here's some cheap jewelry. Don't overlook cheap jewelry either. All that stuff is fun stuff. And again, don't overlook the screws and nails, all kinds of stuff, everything. And if you're not sure if it rests or not, put it in there anyway, and that's how you're going to learn what rests and what doesn't rest. Because some of the things, they galvanize it for the reason, so it will not rust. So, keep an eye out. Anything that's already been galvanized is probably not going to rust unless you do a lot of different. I mean, if it's a really, really special design that you want, you can, like heavy grit sandpaper. You can try and get some of that coating off of it. It's not easy though, so it's got to be like a really, really special piece if you want to go through all that trouble. But you can do it. It can be done. But I wouldn't do it unless, you really can't live without it. Because there's so many other things that will rest with no problem. Anyway, so that is and this isn't the stuff that's outside. I didn't realize how much stuff I had. I've got those big metal returns, Victorian time, returns that are in the house. I got those all out there rested. I have the turn of the century tin ceilings. I got some of those out there. Those are all resting. And what else do I have out there right now? I have some of those really thick grates that you would kind of sort of see on the old streets, the really thick ones that you can walk over. I have a couple of those. Yeah, and they're nice and yummy out there. Yeah, the tin ceilings. It's hard to come by the tin ceilings just by a piece here and there. Most of that stuff has already been kind of either destroyed or interior decorators have them and they sell them for a lot of money. Every once in a while you can find them on eBay or on Etsy. But they're not cheap. I mean, when I say they're not cheap, I mean they're not cheap. And no kidding. Yeah, that's right, Jennifer. But fortunately, because I'm not shy about telling people what I like, so my friends, when they're out and about, they keep an eye out. So the few pieces of tin ceiling that I have, they happen to see it at a garage sale, and I guess the person either didn't care about it, didn't know that they could get a few more bucks than they were asking. Because if you just find a piece of tin ceiling, say like the 12 by 12, and if you go look over on eBay right now, they're going to cost like $30-$40 just for one piece. And if that's a lot of money, if you're just going to go and rust it, but she found one where the guy was selling them for $3 each, and he had like about 10 of them. So she goes, so she grabbed those right away for me, which I was very thankful. Or else I wouldn't have any of those either, because I'm not going to be paying $30 for each one. And if you go to like automotive place, where they sell parts, they usually have stuff sitting all over the place that's just, screws and bolts and stuff on the ground all over the place. If it's an older type place. I'm not talking about, a new place, but the old time place. There's one down on the other side of the river here, and they just got. The whole car is rusted. And so I went there one time. This is about maybe it was the end of summer. And of course, he wants to sell me something, right? So I explained to him, I just was up front with him. I said, I just looked when I told him what I looked for and everything. And he goes, oh, well, over. And he pointed toward a corner. He goes, there's a bunch of junk over there if you can find something you want. And there was a couple of little pieces, some of the stuff, it was so rusted, it literally was falling apart. There was no way I could salvage it and print off of it. But there were a couple of things, that I got. They're outside. But anyway, so just go on the hunt. The whole thing about art/recycling is you have to look at stuff from a different angle to be used in a different way. So, just a simple thing like going to Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace Hardware or whatever you got close to you, go up and down the aisles. Literally, just go up and down the aisles and be inspired. That's what I love to do. And what can I do with that? Can that rust? Can I print with it? Can I make a journal cover with that? Kathy. Well, you got your own rust garden going already. Yeah, Carla, exactly. That would be cool too. That would be real cool. Now, what you can do if you're really daring, okay, if you live in a old town um that has the old man covers, because those are made out of a different kind of a metal, that have the old man covers, and they would get rusty and stuff like that. Those are usually out in the middle of the street. But anyway, in the old towns. But all you have to do, and you could do this like on a Sunday like a Sunday morning when nobody is downtown. Uh, you get a piece of cloth, and it has to be during the summertime or it won't work. You get a piece of cloth and you soak it in vinegar, and then you tiptoe over, you know, to wherever that rusty thing is, and you lay it on top of it, and then you get a black trash bag and lay it over it, lay it over that, and then hope nobody comes and asks you what the heck you're doing. And if you can leave it there, like for a good half hour, it'll print on your fabric and look super duper cool. Trust me, go do it. Be adventurous. Do something outside of the box, out of the street. A lot of them are on the sidewalk too. So if you don't want to be as adventurous, you can go to the sidewalk, and do that. But that's if you live close to an old town. Now, the best way to do it is to find an old town out in the middle of nowhere that's practically abandoned, and just go crazy looking for their rusty stuff on the street and on the sidewalks and all that stuff. I'm telling you, you can't be conventional. You got to be different. Mary, what do they think you're shoplifting? There you go, Jennifer. You got your stuff ready to go. Those flourishes look so cool when you do that. I got this stuff. Where did I get this? Where did I get it? I got this when we first moved here, so it's got to be at least 10 years old. And it was this metal. They were probably about 16 inches wide, and they were probably maybe 3-4 feet tall, and they were an arch, and it had fleur-de-lis and stuff, and it had the little spiky thing in the bottom for you to stick in your garden to make, like, to hold up a plant or to make a faux, fence or something like that in your garden, but it was metal. So I had them in my yard for the longest time, and then they started getting kinda wonky because they were starting to rust. Well, this was before I was into all of this, and I was all mad that they were getting all rusty. So, I didn't I still used them, I still kept 'em in the yard, but some of the pieces were falling off and everything. So then once I got into this, I looked at them and I go, "Holy moly, look at that stuff over there. It is rusting and isn't it beautiful?" So I was so happy they had rusted. So I took some of those out and some of those flourishes were already ready to fall off. So I just went in and clipped them all off, and threw them in my garden. So those are pretty cool too. Well, good morning, Holland. We're here talking about resting things for the sake of our art. And what is in my rest garden. Here's just a few of the things that I've rested for that sake. So you could even get a plastic bin like this. They have these at the dollar store. They'll save all your rest for you. These are just $1. It's, to wash dishes in or whatever. Hey, Elizabeth. It has an enamel coating. Yeah. Um, what I would do, Jennifer, is get yourself a little bit of either steel wool or some kind of rough sandpaper and just lightly sand the part that still has the enamel. And because where it's already starting to rust, it'll creep underneath that. It'll pop off that enamel eventually. But if you want to give it a little, push, you can do that and you'd be ready to go. Uh-oh, what do I do now, Kathy? Oh, they put, that's right. They do give you a free bucket like that. Yeah, you guys got to be adventurous. And you, Kathy, you've got all those little small abandoned towns in Texas. They're all over the place where they're population of, 12. And I don't think anybody is going to be running down the main highway. Well, you've got to, and if they do, who cares? Just as long as they just drive over, the plastic bag. And all that is just going to add pressure for the printing, like a printing press, and it'll look even better. Good night, Kathleen. I think we're all pretty much ready to. I mean, I am. It's almost 3. It is 3 o'clock now. Yeah, exactly, Mary. You've got places all over the place. And don't forget the old abandoned places, the doorknobs. Those things are rusty. And the light fixtures, they're rusty. And the old those old knobs for the water, they're rusty. Aha. Ghosts creepy. Well, don't go at night. You're not taking anything from there. You're just resting. Jennifer lives out of the country. Jennifer's in Canada. That's right, ghosts aren't rusty. You guys are crazy. Oh, there you go, spigot. I knew it had a word. I mean, a name. I went, that thing. Yeah, maybe you can find old pipes. Would have to what recruit a strong man to do what for us? Hey, wait a minute. Do what? Well, if they're galvanized, they would tend not to rust. So, unless, with age, and I think they last like 50 years or something. So, yeah, if it's older than 50 years, it might already be starting to rust. Oh, steal a manhole cover. I'm not advocating the theft of anything. You're supposed to leave it there. No, 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 no. You guys are crazy. Oh, is Mary leaving us? Or is Elizabeth leaving us? I think we're all leaving. I wonder if my husband went to bed or if he's up going, "What is that woman doing?" Yeah, I see those ladies in the big house. What are you guys in here for? Stealing manholes. Stealing manholes. Well, manhole covers. Oh, okay. For some reason, I'm seeing a Roadrunner cartoon now. And all you guys getting into some kind of trouble like the Roadrunner trying to steal these manhole covers. Everything that could go wrong would go wrong. Yeah, exactly. The coyote was the one always in trouble. That poor guy survived so much. He should be somebody we all look up to, you know? And look at everything he overcame, and he never gave up. And he never thought anything that happened to him was his fault because he just kept doing it. He had a goal and objective, and nothing that happened to him was going to divert him. That's a good attitude to have, especially if you survive. He survived. Yeah, tomorrow is Sunday morning. I think all of you, well, I don't know if I'll be if we're going to get up Sunday morning. We might get up Sunday noon. Um, I think we should all go to some little small town close to us and see if you can find some rusty stuff. They make a stronger vinegar. Oh, interesting. I swear the bleach that they sell now is diluted. It doesn't seem to be the same bleach from even like 5 years ago. It just seems different to me. The feel, you know, how it makes your skin feel and the strength of the smell. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, ladies, it is already 6 after 3. I said I was going to get off at 3. We're still yakety yak yak yak. This is it. I got to get disciplined. You guys got to go to bed. And we got to be dreaming about our rest gardens that we're going to put together this spring so that you guys can do some fun stuff during the summer. You got it? You got it? Got it all straight. Okay, ladies. I hope most of you, I'm pretty sure if you bought your March kits, either you already have them or you'll be getting them in a day because they all went out the beginning of last week. And that way you can kind of look at them and get a feel for it before we actually start working on them. And we're going to do it we're going to work on them the second Wednesday of this month, which comes out to be, next month, which comes out to be the 11th of March, I think. But you guys double check. Alrighty. I will talk to you guys soon, and you guys have some nice rusty dreams. Good night.